Hello everyone, I am Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon this time. So yeah, welcome back. I don't know if you people even saw this coming. I think you should have, because I did say in the prologue after all that I was going to be showcasing more Wi-Fi battles in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Reason being it was that I had some left in my Versus recorder, and not to mention I also did a draft league that took place in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and there's plenty of them that I still have to showcase, honestly. Thankfully the league came to a conclusion, and I'm actually going to be showcasing them afterwards, after this battle anyway. But this was just one Smogon battle that I actually had and just never uploaded it for some reason. But yeah, and it's going to be in the NU tier. My opponent is going to be PocketMonsterGB. I don't know if that was his actual name on Discord, but yeah, PocketMonsterGB is as he's known here. And the team, I did say it was an NU tier battle, right? Yeah, it's an NU tier battle, and the team that I'm using is actually a completely new one this time, because I mean, I'm not really good at making teams, obviously, so I had to like look for one elsewhere. I think this team I got it from either Pokemon or any of his followers. I got it from. I was looking for a team that had Clotzer in it, because Clotzer is one of those mons that I actually kind of like design-wise, and I kind of wanted to see if I can use one in the NU tier. And so I decided to actually look for a team that had it. I asked people in Pokemon's chat, and I think it was Pokemon who told me that there was one in his videos or something. Or was it his chat? I don't remember who told me, but it was somewhere in Pokemon's Discord server that I actually got this team from. So yeah. And yeah, so I got this team now, and I'm gonna try it. I actually did try it like on a couple battles prior last year, because this battle took place last year, by the way. But yeah, prior to this battle, I actually did have two battles. I think three. Who knows? I don't remember actually. It's been a while. But yeah, I never actually got to showcase the battles, just because my opponents would just be annoying and stuff. But I'll get more to that when I get later into the match. But yeah, I'm just gonna right now get into the battle. I talked about the teams a little more, but I don't really want to waste too much time on that. Well, okay. He has a Klinklang, he has a Passimian, he has a Decidueye, he has a Swanna, Incineroar. Only mons I'm scared of really is Incineroar and the Klinklang, since both of those things have potential to sweep, basically. Mr. Mimi could be a little annoying, because those things, even though they don't look like they could, they kind of do hit hard, honestly. So, yeah. But anyways, we're going to see what we can do in this match. And hopefully we win, because the other two matches that I had, I did win, but the problem was that my opponents were just kind of like forfeiting and shit, and it'd be kind of annoying if I just were to lose this particular match right now. Although if it is a close match, I will have to showcase it regardless, honestly, because I'm no scumfuck like everybody else. But yeah, anyway, so this is the battle. Let's get into it. Yeah, let's get this battle over with. This is the only battle I have to narrate, since every other battle that I have for the ICPL league that I am going to upload is all live, so I don't have to worry about doing anything else with this post commentary wise. But anyways, so I'm gonna lead off with Draudigon. He's gonna lead off with the Mr. Mimi, and from there I'm all thinking, you know what, he'll probably go for the Dazzling Gleam here. There's no reason for him not to. So I decided to just go for the Protect to see if he actually has Dazzling Gleam, because he may not have it either. So I go for Protect here. He actually does like pull a hard switch into Klinklang right here. I'm gonna assume that he predicted me to switch out, because I wouldn't want to stay in on Mr. Mimi. So I didn't do that, and here what I decided to do now was just go for Stealth Rocks. He goes for Shift Gear, which kind of makes me feel like this might have been a misplay, honestly, and I think it would have been, because as you're gonna see here, he's just gonna go for the Gear Grind. He does miss, but if he had hit that, you're gonna see later he's gonna hit the Gear Grind later, and you're gonna see the amount of damage that it would have done, honestly. Here I just go for Earthquake, and that doesn't even look like a 2-hit KO, honestly. So therefore, this is a bulky Klinklang, but regardless, the amount of damage that this Gear Grind does at +1 is really substantial. So because of that, had he hit the other one earlier, this Draudigon would have been gone right now, and this thing would have been really healthy. Thankfully for me, not only did he miss the Gear Grind, but I also got a crit right here, pretty much allowing this Draudigon to live another day, basically, because it would have been gone had he hit that first Gear Grind. And looking how bulky this thing was, it didn't look like I could even Mach Punch my way out of it with Hitmonlee. So yeah, I was in a very tight situation there. So here now he's going to send out Decidueye, and he's going to go for Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw is going to basically finish off the Draudigon, because Draudigon is not that powerful, or not that well. It is bulky, but it's Decidueye. Decidueye is also pretty powerful. So now I'm going to send out Weezing here, and the reason why is just because I want to now set up the Toxic Spikes, because this team that he has is very, very potent. It can set up and sweep, and if he's going to start bringing in mons, like switching them around, predicting me to do stuff like he did earlier, then I might as well punish him by setting up all these hazards. It'll probably also help me discourage him from switching around too much, even if the matchup isn't ideal. It'll force him to stay and give me higher chances of taking out his mons. So here I'm going to switch out the Weezing though, because this Weezing I don't think can really do much to it. I think I also didn't want him to knock off my item. If he wanted to knock off an item, let it be from Hitmonlee. This was kind of risky though, because if he had Flare Blitz and just went for it, he might have taken out my Hitmonlee here actually. But he does actually have the bulk up, which was another thing I was kind of fearing honestly. Since, again, Weezing can't really do much, especially if it's, you know, bulky and whatnot. Because I think this Weezing was not offensive either, honestly. But yeah, I actually go for the high jump kick here because seeing how he's at +1, I thought he would want to stay in and just go for the Flare Blitz and take out this Hitmonlee once and for all. But, unfortunately, he just switches into the Sideway. I guess playing it safe, which I don't blame him, honestly. But, yeah, I'm going to hard switch out now. My Hitmonlee is actually kind of weakened now that anything from Incineroar could take me out now if he sets up a bulk up. But here he's actually going to reveal a Z move, although fortunately for me, it's actually not going to be any offensive move. It's just going to be some kind of like Z status move. In this case, Z Tailwind he's going to go for, which I didn't think was a big deal honestly. I hard switched back into Weezing just because I wanted to see if I can force back the Incineroar, take more rocks, then take the Toxic Poisons, and then just start going for Sludge Bombs. Right there, I wouldn't be too afraid of using Weezing against Incineroar. I think another reason why I switched out Weezing from Incineroar was the possibility of it being a mixed attacker with Fire Blast, which would have hit Weezing on the special side pretty well. So yeah, here I got I went for the Sludge Bomb. I think I got a crit after he got a crit with his Shadow Claw, and it was enough for it for the poison to just take it out. Thankfully for me. Now here he's gonna go into Mr. Mimi. Now here it clearly told me that he has a psychic move obviously, so I decided to hard switch out and go into Togedemaru, predicting a psychic move, which thankfully I do because he's actually going to go for the psychic here. Now this is good for me. Now Togedemaru is a steel type, and I've never actually showcased this one on my channel, have I? But yeah, Togedemaru is an electric steel type mon, kind of like Magnezone. However, this thing is a lot fast, and I don't know if it hits hard, but it does hit relatively hard, I think. Here I go for U-turn. I was supposed to go for Iron Hit, but I was thinking he wouldn't want to stay in, would he? And he could easily go into Incineroar, honestly. But he didn't. He ended up staying in, just going for the Reflect. Had I gone for Iron Hit here, this Mr. Mimi might have been gone unless he had a Babiri Berry that I wasn't aware of. But either way, I switched out, or I went for U-turn. And I decided to go into Sigilyph because Sigilyph is slightly faster than Mr. Mimi. I think Mr. Mimi's max speed is like 95, while Sigilyph is 97, so I was in a good position to outspeed this thing, especially since I sent in Sigilyph on the perfect timing when the Tailwind was gone, basically. So that was perfect for me right there. Now here he sends out the Swanna, and this kind of tells me that he might want to go for the Defog. So I decided to just go for the Air Slash right here. And he does in fact go for the Defog. And thankfully this Air Slash, while it didn't KO, did a lot of damage. I could have gone for Psychic here if I wanted to. That would have probably definitely taken out the Swanna given the power difference. But the reason why I didn't go for it was because I was afraid of him switching in the Incineroar. Here I decided to switch it up to Psychic just because I didn't want to risk missing the Air Slash. And if he's sending the Incineroar, that's kind of where I don't know. I guess I made a misplay there or something. But I decided to risk it for the Biscuit right there. So here now he's going to send out the Incineroar, and I was thinking, okay, I think this thing, now that a lot of his mons are out of the way, I think I'm fine letting this go down to a knockoff. So I just went for Air Slash here just to get damage basically. And as you can see right here, this thing actually had a Maranga Berry which raises his special defense, and for some reason actually consumed it at half HP rather than a quarter, which I don't know. Like, this thing isn't Gluttony, is it? I don't even think it gets that ability. But I don't know. Either way, it got the berry, got special defense boost, and I was scared of it at first, but I was thinking, I'll be able to take it out in a bit anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Here, I think he went for a bulk up too, honestly. So here, he goes for the rest now. I thought I could just take it out, but he revealed rest, and I was just like, oh shoot. So I decided to make one of the riskiest moves in the match, and this could have actually sealed it for me if I actually got the wrong dice roll on this, because I was fearing the Sleep Talk on this Incineroar, and I was fearing he'd get like the Flame Charge at +1 would be enough to take out the Hitmonlee, I feel. So here he does go for the Sleep Talk, and thankfully he goes for Bulk Up, although this does put it at +2, which means high jump kick. while Reckless and Life Orbed may not be enough to take it out, a +2 defense. Although thankfully for me, the Reflect did wore off at the perfect time too also, so once again, I just have to wonder if at +2 defense was it going to be able to take it. Thankfully, it was able to take it out. I honestly thought it wasn't, and I thought it was going to live with a smidgen of HP, and I just had to be lucky on another dice roll to still be able to take it out with a Mach Punch or anything else, honestly, that wasn't High Jump Kick, because High Jump Kick was really risky on the fact that I could have missed and, you know, lost Hitmonlee. Now here he's going to send out his last Pokemon because, by the way, a lot of his Pokemon went down pretty damn quick. He went into Passimian here, and I decided to just go for Mach Punch because, you know, I am convinced this thing is Scarfed, and I just wanted to get some extra damage on the Passimian to make it easier for me to take out. But now here, he's going to take out my Hitmonlee, and I just go into Clotzer, which was the mon that I wanted to use this entire match, but it wasn't really easy for me to because there was a lot of things getting in the way. So, yeah, but now here, it's at least going to be able to close out this match with a Water Pulse, boosted by Mega Launcher. And that's going to be the whole match. We win 4-0, which is kind of cool. And I got to give props to the guy for not forfeiting or DCing, because that was kind of what I was afraid he'd do, honestly. He didn't say GG, but I mean, again, I take those, honestly. As long as he didn't DC or forfeit, that's fine with me. But yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons why I decided to showcase this match, because the guy was thankfully not gonna be one of those people who do those things of DCing and forfeiting, honestly, because that's kind of what discourages me from uploading matches. Like, I used this team in 2 or 3 different matches prior to this one, only to be met with a DC or a forfeit, and that's just lame in my opinion. So, especially because, like, I don't typically like to upload matches where it's like very one-dimensional like this, but it's because this team had to shine at this point, honestly. And we're already at Sword and Shield territory anyway, so I don't think anyone would care, honestly. And plus, I've shown matches where I've gotten like destroyed by people, so it's like I think I have all the rights to showcase this match if I really want to. So, but yeah, and again, I just wanted this team to shine. I wanted to use more Clotzer, and finally I get a match where the guy doesn't do anything stupid, obviously. So I gotta give shoutouts to the guy for that, honestly. So yeah, well, I would say GG, but it was kind of a little bit bad, no, because this guy like had a lot of negative RNG in his favor, basically. Negative. That means it's not in his favor, basically. So yeah, because if he did not miss that gear grind with Kling Klang, he would have been in a much better position, I think. And I don't even know, but like I think that might have actually forced me to bring out the Clotzer much earlier, honestly, because or the Wheezing. But again, I don't know if I even had anything for Kling Klang on Wheezing. I don't know if I had Flamethrower in it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I had Nightshade or something, or what was that other move? Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp to slowly cripple it down. I didn't see any leftovers on that Kling Klang, so it may not have been. In fact, it might have been a Z move with freaking Z Wild Charge or something. So maybe it was not a good idea sending Clotzer there in the first place. But either way, yeah, so that's going to be the whole match, and thank you all for watching this match. I guess from there, oh yeah, from there, if you're down, stay tuned for the ICPO battles that are now going to follow, basically. I'm going to showcase them all in quote-unquote chronological order. Starting with Week 4, which, like I said before, is not going to be an actual match because it should be noted that in Week 4, there was actually no opponent for me to face because the opponent that I was supposed to play kind of just disappeared from the league again. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of these people disappearing from leagues, but there was somebody that was willing to stand in, not to inherit the entire team for the rest of the season, but just to stand in for that one match, and that's it, because everything else, like, basically the guy's just going to take forfeit lots all across the board. But I figure, you know what, I'm down. It's because that'll actually give me an additional match to, you know, showcase, and it's going to be the first one too, honestly. So yeah, look forward to that. But with all that said, take it easy and have yourselves a damn good one.